Good morning, everybody. How's it going? Ben's Brick Designs, Sunday morning. Thanks for being here. Good morning, Kodiak and Brad and Walter. New person, Walter Ribeiro. Good afternoon. You must not be in the States, which is cool. Thanks for being here. We're working today on some Microfighter designs. I haven't got in any parts or any new builds or any new models or sets or anything that I've ordered. Portugal. Awesome. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. So we're going to jump right in. Not the build camera, the design camera. So we're doing the Rocinante from The Expanse. Now, if you haven't watched or read The Expanse, I highly recommend it. It is a fantastic science fiction show that was originally on the Sci-Fi Channel and then was canceled, but then picked up by Amazon, and they did a fantastic job of it. It's just a really well done science fiction show. They get all the science right, they get all the physics and everything for the most part right, and it's pretty well acted and well written. The original author of the book is involved, and it's fantastic. So the hero ship is the Rocinante, or the Rossi, and there's three factions of the universe in The Expanse. It's the Inners, which are Mars and Earth. So Martians and Earthers, and then there's the people who live and work in the belt, the asteroid belt. So everything between Mars and Jupiter is called the belt, and the Belters have their own language and their own culture. The Rocinante is a stolen MCRN, so the Mars Colony Royal Navy, and oh, nice, thanks, cool, thanks. Oh, were you the one we were chatting about the Lambda shuttle? Because excellent, thank you. So yeah, so the heroes of the group are like they're like not a free navy, but like they worked as salvage crews or something, and then a couple of them ended up on this ship called the Rocinante, which is a corvette or a gunship, actually, I think. Let's look at what it's called here. Yeah, Corvette class fast attack light frigate. So it's got 3 or 4 things in there. Anyway, it's the hero ship. I didn't realize until recently when I was looking this up that Rocinante was also... Oh, what's up, Julian? You don't think you've been getting your YouTube notifications? I think there's been a bit of a problem with that in the last couple weeks. There's been timestamp issues and notification issues and stuff, so it's no big deal. I mean, you kind of know the times I'm here. Other than last week, it's always kind of been the same. But thanks for being here. It's no worries, you haven't missed much. The Rocinante is named after Don Quixote's horse, which was named Rocinante. I don't know what that means in Spanish. If somebody knows what that means in Spanish or Portuguese, let me know. So anyway, yeah, it's a corvette. It's a small attack ship. And you can see by the style of ship that it is the ships are very well designed for this show. They aren't, giant bubble cockpits and bridges that like are these big glass things that are on outcroppings where everybody can see, and they don't walk around inside them like it's a big hotel like Star Trek. Everything's inside, everything's protected inside. Everything's built. So if you're looking at this, it's built like you would walk on the deck. The decks are like this, right? It's not like the ship flies this way, so everybody stands and looks that way. The ship flies this way, so everybody stands where gravity would be. So if the ship's accelerating, you have gravity. So all the decks are built perpendicular to the travel of the ship. It's very cool. I mean, the way they burn to get to a place, and then they reverse burn to slow down, and it's just very well done. Yeah, we've been okay. Thanks, Julian. We had a rough week last week because of the weather, but we're okay now. Our water boil ban has passed. We've got power. We've got food. Most of our friends are okay. So we're good to go. Thanks for asking. So I'm going to go ahead and start. The main character, the captain of the Rocinante, is... I made some changes to the visibility of this. I didn't like the light gray, so we're going to do dark gray. And I put outlines on the pieces. I originally didn't like that, but I'm going to see if it does anything for this now. The hero, or the main character, or the captain, I guess he's not really the main character, there's a couple main characters, is Holden. I'm trying to remember his first name now. I want to say it's like Chris or something, but they always call him Holden, and now I can't remember what his actual name is. He's just a dude. He's just kind of a dude. He's an Earth-born person who spent time on Mars and lunar colony and stuff. So he does have time and space. I might be buying the UCS ISD only because the set looks amazing. The fact that all these huge sets are coming, I won't get a chance to buy them all until a month or two after release. Yeah, I've already spent way too much money buying some older Star Wars sets, and then I just bought the Porsche when it came out on VIP day, and I still don't have it. So I'm kind of like, well, what was the point of that? I could have waited till March 1st. And then I got the medieval blacksmith shop came back into stock, I think. And so then March 1st, when that hits, I'm going to try to get the new shuttle and the 2 microfighters, and I think that's it. I don't think I'm going to get that X-Wing. But that's probably going to be it for a little while, because I got... The Porsche was a big one. I wanted to get the Ecto one, but I think I'm going to wait on that one for a little bit. We'll see. I got most of my Facebook stuff figured out. The one guy... was just the one that was in person. I'm never gonna get that back, but the other two that were shipped, the one lady was like, she responded pretty much right away when I sent her a message, and she's like, yeah, here's your tracking number. I don't know why it's not showing. And it says it should be... We've had a bunch of problems lately. James Holden, that's his name. We've had a bunch of problems lately with... these are all going to be dark blue. With shipping here, just in general. And it's just been kind of a mess. Actually, I think I want him to wear just a... does it do t-shirt? It won't be one that I need. I'll just do a regular colored torso. I'm trying to think of what his... Let's just give him a little... Because usually he's wearing like a black t-shirt and then like space pants, like the lower half of like a space utility jumper. So the other guy that I was dealing with, yeah, he mostly wears like that. Like this thing. This is what I imagine him in. So just like a black shirt. There's nothing really to it. I wish I had a way to like show that he's wearing, you know, got crumpled up, lowered his utility jumper. But we'll just do a torso. So the other guy Yeah, I've been having a problem with my Facebook thing because somebody wanted to dispute my a transaction, and I'm like, God, this sounds all a little too convenient kind of thing. So he was like, and I think I talked about this last time, where he was like, if you want to, I'll go ahead and refund your money, but if you wanted to, like, we can order outside of Facebook, because all my money's tied up on the Facebook account now. Stubble isn't a thing. And I was like, you know what? And to this moment, I haven't got any sort of refund from him yet. But he said he was going to refund me, and then if I wanted to, I could just pay externally, just with PayPal, and he would ship it. And I'm kind of like, you know, and I'm agreeing to it at the time. And back of my head, I'm like, nah, not going to happen. So I'm just waiting for him to refund me. That one's probably good. I don't know what that is. Scar pattern. Well, it doesn't need a scar pattern, but that's fine. Really? You got the Cantina 2 months ago and you haven't gotten it? Wow. That's ridiculous. That's the other one I wanted to get, is the Cantina. I told Beth, I was like, I think I'm going to get the Cantina. And she's like, okay. Not quite. Let's see if there's a better one. I think that one's better. Yeah, pretty much. All my money's tied up in Facebook. So I kind of get what he was going for. He's like, it was one big item, and because the buyer started a dispute process, all those funds have been like locked up. And I'm like, okay, well, I paid in with PayPal. I didn't pay with like Facebook money. So I'm not paying you twice with PayPal. That's just dumb. All right, James Holden. There you go. Real basic. So I was like, yeah, just go ahead and refund it, and then if I feel like it will, I'll do that. In the meantime, I found the set that I was buying from him on Bricklink for the same cost. And I'm like, never had a problem with Bricklink. So, still waiting for the other lady's set to come through. We'll see. And so I've got 2 orders from Lego that haven't come in, and I've got 2 orders from Bricklink that haven't come in. One of which is all the parts for my Moldy Crow, and here's your low rent Kyle Katarn. I just cobbled them together from other parts, right? That's Kyle Katarn from Jedi Outcast. All right, so this ship is going to be long, but I'm going to try to keep it as short as possible. But I think I can. We're going to see about doing a lot of snot builds to give it this shape, maybe, but I'm going to see if I don't need that anymore. Trying to think if there's any pieces on here that look like it's, I mean, there's There's this for a thruster, right? If that comes in dark gray and isn't too expensive. It does not come in dark gray. Did I turn that off? Oh yeah, I did. Okay. It does not come in dark gray. How about that? What does that come in? Nope. Brad, did you already contact Lego about that? That sounds like something they would have to either resend or something. I think I can just do this because I have a couple of these already. Really? I just ordered a bunch of these. This must be the newer one. There we go, yeah. So let's start with that. We may get a better one because it's the size of the entire ship, so maybe we could get a bigger one. Walter, is you want I can assemble for you? Yeah. Yeah, if I didn't have the parts, I sure would. I want to come visit, stupid pandemic. What do you visit what, Glenn? They told me it's still coming as of 3 weeks ago, so I just ordered the blacksmith, the medieval house thing, just a couple days ago, and it still says it's in the not workshop, warehouse, and it's going to be in the warehouse for a while. So the thing I like about this ship is it's got these PDCs, these point defense cannons, and there should be, I think, 6. So we've got to figure out, and they're all pretty identical. So I want to try to figure out a way to make 6 of those. That may be a thing that I start with instead of like the structure. I have an idea, and it's bar this thing. It's this thing. I don't know what color we're going to do yet. Maybe just black. So these things are going to sit on like these magazines. One tile. It's going to be black too. And the thing is, these are very like, they can go a lot of different directions. That's part of the genius of all this design, is that it's built on space physics and it's built on space combat. It's got torpedoes that go for, you know, hundreds of thousands of kilometers, because there's no resistance anywhere. So you just get one thrust and it's on target, and that's all you need. Everything's built around like these giant engines that provide the thrust that they need, and the Epstein drive, which is like a lot of fuel per, you know, the amount of fuel that you need per tonnage of ship is very efficient, and it provides a lot of speed. I mean, watching this is fun and all, but Beth and Dog and Fizzgig. Oh, yeah. It'd be nice to have you come over one day, dude, once this is all done. But the weapons are also very geared towards space combat, and so it's very smart to have these point defense cannons that take care of torpedoes and can have like smaller ships if they ever get close enough by, and they're just kind of doing these vectoring thrust kind of things, where these guns can get to every, you know, it's got 360 degree range. It's very cool. So I'm going to try to emulate that. And it may just be like, stick this into another little... Trying to think of a good way to do that. They don't absolutely have to be that mobile at this size, but I think it'd be fun if they could. And of course, this can go in any old brick. Provided that that's... yeah. Kind of like that. Just have a handful of those sticking around all over the place. All right, so we got these components. Just move, why don't you? There you go. Let's see, what else is really obvious in this? See, this is, it's basically just a bunch of shapes. Later in the series, they get a rail gun, but I don't know if that's obvious on here. Here's a pretty good look at it. It's pretty basic, and it's got, like, you can see it's got these magazines on the guns too. I might try to figure out how that works. So from a Microfighter standpoint, I think I'll stick him kind of like right in here. So we'll still need like a little bit of a wedge. Wedge. And this is very angled, so I don't have to worry about it being too curvy. So something like this would work. That may be too big. It's good. It's not a bad look. I think we can do better. Oh, where was that? Yeah, that one. That's the one I was looking for. That's better. Bye, Brad. Thanks for being here. Yeah, that's another thing that they do real well is the last episode was so good. There was a space battle at the end of it, and the Rocinante was going... They were trying to rescue somebody. They were trying to get to a ship that had one of their crew on it, and they had to fly past basically 6 other free Navy ships, which were mostly belters. And they knew they were outgunned and they were outnumbered. And some stuff happened in the middle of it. But the way they showed, like, you know, the strafing of this thing, dumping a bunch of torpedoes, the countermeasures that were used, the Rocinante started firing off its rail gun, which a rail gun is just a magnetically propelled piece of like aluminum or something like that, and it's just a kinetic weapon, and you can just see it glancing off the one ship, and then it just pierces their engine and the whole thing goes. You're just like, oh, so good, so satisfying. So it's a very, very good show. This needs to be up higher, so we're gonna do let's do a 2x3. I also need to say thank you to Kodiak, who got Beth and I something off our wedding register. That was super great. Super nice of you. Thank you, man. Super appreciate that. It's very nice. Kind of a nice way to start the week, because this last week was just garbage. Let's see if there's a better way to hold that than a brick. There probably is. What are the newer ones? so that runs into something about there. Move it back. Oh, of course, right there. So that's right as it gets level. It's like, yeah, I have a problem. I have a collision problem with that. That would have been perfect, though. Because then you could put... where is it? No. This little guy. Oh, I have to see what colors this guy comes in. Dark gray. Well, it's going to be dark gray then. Because I think the colors on this thing are kind of variable. It's had several paint jobs throughout the series. And without like getting stickers and stuff, I don't know I'm going to be able to emulate it really well. Oh, that's a really good look at it. I think I might use this one a lot. I know it's an artist rendering, but that's really groovy. So then I could do this in red. That's not the newer one. This is the newer one, I think. Or this is the more common one. Yeah. Oh, the ring defense boats. So I haven't seen much of that. Did I run out of... Oh no, it's still that. Okay, I'm just worried about getting music that's not copyrighted. I'm gonna try to see if this can be done, because it can't be done digitally. Although there's another way. I need calmer music this morning. Yeah, so Glenn, I haven't read the books. So ring defense boats, if they are just little like picket ships that patrol areas around the rings. I don't know if I've seen any of those yet. Will this go up at all? Might be able to do that. That might work. So let's say that this is another one of those. And so I haven't seen anything specific. They really haven't called out. That's the thing. They really haven't called out the types of ships in the show, but like they haven't said this is the kind of ship it is. That's really up to the viewer. They name the ships all over the place. Like they're like, yeah, this is this ship and this is this ship. But they haven't said this is this type of ship or anything. Oh, now see. Ooh, apparently it has a window it can work within. That's pretty cool. Nope, it doesn't at all. Okay. Well, how come this one works? Did I like get it grandfathered in or something? makes no sense. Alright, well that doesn't work. There's another way we can do this. Where is that? Where's that piece? Is it ball handle? It's just a ball socket with like a bar on the end of it. There it is. That doesn't work either. Alright, so this setup doesn't work. The 3 ships the Free Navy takes out at the end of... Oh, that they were just sitting in front of the ring. Yeah, one of those was like... Oh, I remember I watched a Space Doc short about just that last battle. Like right before they got raked by the meteors, the stealth meteors. One was like a ship they had talked about, some class of battleship. I was a little, like, it was really cool to watch, but I don't have any idea what happened at the end of that. Like, I don't know. I get that, you know, a couple of the... I'm trying not to spoil too much because I think people should really watch it, but I get the fact that... Like, I have to watch the whole thing all the way through again, I think, because I've forgotten most of what happened around the rings and who's in the rings and who's in, like, where Tycho Station ended up and all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot that I've completely forgotten. So when it all happened at the end and there was that thing that happened with them, you know, and the things that swirled around, I'm like, wait, what? So... Alright, so... We're going to have another set of these down here. And then another set up top here. So we're going to have 6 overall. I can rearrange them a little bit, but... So we'll need him to sit somewhere. So let's get him ready to sit. Yeah. There's going to have to be a lot of underneath wedging as well. Hopefully these all come in the right colors. And I have to make sure to get the right. What's dark gray? Oh, this only comes in dark gray, not dark blue gray. Monkey lover. I think this also comes in a weird color like flat silver or something. I must have an older piece. That must be an older piece. I thought... Yeah. Is that a newer one? Nope. Is that the newer one? Yes, that's the newer one. And that does come in dark blue gray. So, ha ha ha. Alright, sister. I guess you're just gonna go back there like that. Boy, it'd be great to figure out how to get that wedged in there. I almost feel like just putting it in there would have enough friction to hold it. But I don't think that's gonna be the case. So I'm half expecting, right as I'm done streaming, to get a FedEx of something from Lego. Because that's the way things have been happening lately. Alright, so then this raises up a bit, but he's sitting in this section, so we won't have to worry about that. And then on the sides here, it's a little angled as well. And I think we can do... hook on like that, and have 2x3 plates. This is just to get an idea of how big to make it. And then slopes. Okay. I might do, just to give it a little more stability. Gray, and then these will be red, and this will be light gray, and these will be dark gray. What's up, Skyzer? Thanks for being here. Happy Sunday. We are designing the Rocinante from the Expanse in Microfighter form. Right now I'm having problems trying to figure out where to put all their point defense guns. That should be good right there, right? Yeah, that'll line up okay. I'm doing well. Last week was terrible. This week is so far much better. Looking forward to some like normal... So if you weren't aware, I'm in Central Texas and we had a really bad weather event last week and it shut down like most of the state. People were without power and water. internet service. Some people lost gas. Everybody's houses got down to like in the 40s. It was freezing here for several days, and the roads were impassable, and it was just terrible. This week's a lot better. It's like almost 80 right now. It's in the 70s. So everything's kind of recovered. Stores have food in it. And I made the comment on Twitter the other day that I was like, I'm really looking forward to getting back to, to the global pandemic, way of life. Because this way of life right now, it stinks. So everything's a lot. We're all good now. We're fine. We're all fine here now. Thank you. How are you? Now it's just back to worrying about when I'm going to get my next Lego set. Oh, wait, way too fast. But I do have to get back into designing like this. I think that's where I have more fun. I think stressing about when I'm going to be able to build another Lego set is problematic. So we'll see. Oh, you're from the UK. Cool. Whereabouts? I have a couple friends over there. Some friends who live there that I've never really met. And then people who lived about a mile away from us. One of the ladies is a game designer, art director, creative director, and she moved out there for work. So they just moved out like a month ago. I don't exactly know where they are. I think South London area. I think this needs to go up just a little bit. If I can make that work, I have to figure out what kind of brackets go in there. And I'm super jealous of them because I want to visit the UK. I have this weird feeling of wanting to be there, like a yearning or a nostalgia, but I've never actually been there. So it's this weird kind of sensation. But welcome. Thanks for joining up. Are you a follower of like London Bridge Bricks and Cy O'Connor and Solo Brick Builder and those kind of guys on YouTube or Twitch at all? I know a lot of UKers follow them. Yeah, these need to be lined up a little bit. I mean, I guess I could put them on a bracket, but that feels a little lazy. Like that, and then the same sort of... I think they need to be farther in. It just seems like it sticks out too far. Yeah, I'll rework it. Oh yeah, okay, cool. They are good dudes. Size comes on my stream every once in a while to say hello. Yeah, good times. I think the guns are going to be too prominent. I'll see how it shakes out. I can have these guys stick out actually instead. But I don't know, maybe. We'll see. All right, so I think this might be one of these bracket type things here for this. Although I don't like using brackets if I don't have to. Although I think it'll be fine in this case actually. I would rather use the Travis bricks, the Snot build bricks. Because they leave everything a little more flush than the... Yeah, let me need to go one plate down. Maybe? Let's see. Ugh. The lag on this oh god, is just frustrating. Like I have to pause every movement just to make sure that the computer can catch up. Because this isn't computer that's not really meant for this. Let's do a 2x6 under here. What's going to be your next build? Well, build-wise, depends on what comes in. Yeah, I was thinking about that, Glenn, but I like the idea of having them have their magazines. But you may be right. You may be right. I may be crazy. Yeah, I think that lines up a little better. Okay. The next build, like set, might be it might be the Porsche. If you're talking mocks, I'm not really sure. Okay, good. And then we can put some greebling, or we can put some extra slope stuff in here. I'm not really sure what... I don't think I need that. What I'm going to build next. I'm actually I'm like this close to taking down my big Beggar's Canyon thing, just because it's so frustrating trying to figure out not building digitally and figuring out what bricks you need for it and saying, well, I guess I'll just order 100 of these dark gray bricks or these dark tan bricks, and then realize that you probably don't need them. So what I've been trying to do is every order I do for a Microfighter is I also try to find some canyon colored bricks to keep that build going, but it's very slow going. And our lug book this year didn't really have a whole lot that I could have used for that, so that was a little... I didn't order hardly anything off of lug book this year. This piece exists. What colors can I get? Dark bluish gray. Look at that. Nice. Actually, I'm gonna need to start. I may not be able to use this one too much because it looks like it's got a bunch of stuff coming out from underneath it. Right, like all this hot nonsense. It's not as sloped under here as I thought it would be. That's okay. It's totally okay. We'll just keep building back like this, and I'll come back to that later. And then I can bulk this side out with a rail in red. That should help a little bit. I do have parts ready for Moldy Crow, my Kyle Katarn and Moldy Crow from Jedi Outcast. So that'll be the next Microfighter that gets built whenever those parts get here. Still have the UCS Vulture droid that I don't know when I'm going to get back to doing that. Let's go ahead and do these greebling gun things up front because I like doing that. It's always fun. Let's start. So looks like there's a lot of sensors, and I guess these aren't really guns. It's just sensors and whatnot. Communication array, yeah, that's what it's called. So, the Millennium Falcon, the new one, the new big one, or the $800 one. Let's see how this works. Oh, okay. Yeah. In pounds. That's a little low. I don't think I need that one like that. We'll get another one of these though, and color it differently. Nope. I think I'd rather use utensils under here of some kind if I could figure out how to do it. I like using stuff like that. There's a lot of pieces for more Microfighters. It is a lot more pieces, yeah. So here's the other thing, we're already up to, and I think this because of the PDCs, but we're already up to like 60 parts on this one. And we only have to do like the engine block really after this, so it's not gonna be too bad. But still is quite a few pieces on this one at least. This is the newer one. $0.50. I don't know if that's going to be a good investment or not. Those could be side by side too, right? That doesn't have to be offset that far. So this may be a little... This will still have to get a one by one plates. Oh yeah, 650 bucks will definitely get you a lot of pieces for, or 650 pounds. Definitely get you a lot of pieces for a Microfighter. I won't be buying that. I don't know why the idea of the big old Millennium Falcon just was just like, no, I don't want to really do that. All right, that's good. So what we're going to do now, since it's an hour into it, save as. Rocinante. There's that one really good image that I had. Yeah, Don Quixote's horse, Rocinante. So this is cool because if I wanted to, I could change it to where the PDCs are, they're inside, they aren't sticking out just yet. So that may be an option if the piece count gets too high. We'll see. So I think on the back half here, I may end up doing one of these things. Because you can see the kind of the gantry holding, I don't even know what those are, torpedo tubes. I don't know what these are, more sensors. It's new this year to the ship, or it's a new thing they've added, so I don't know what that thing is for. But I like having that back there. And this comes in that color, so that's good. And I can just add a couple clips. I can just do two of these right next to each other. And do perfect. Oh, these are also 50 cents. Oh, and it doesn't line up really well. Kind of jumping ahead on the design a little bit. I'm like, yeah, this will work right here. And then I'll have the rest of the thrust assembly in the back here. I think we could probably find a little bit of a bigger engine than that. I don't think this big. I don't think that'll come in the right color. It will not. I mean, that's actually pretty good. That's a good size right there. The shape's a little wrong, but it needs to be more of a conical shape. That looks more like a mushroom. But I'm not done yet. That's too big. Round brick. Let's try a round brick. A rund brick. Let's try a rund brick. So what's everybody's plans today? Got big plans today for your Sunday? I know in the UK you're probably coming up on evening. Your day's almost over, so you're thinking about tomorrow. Yeah, here's the back of the ship. Right there. And you can see too, it's depending on what part of the season. This is newer. This sort of gantry around that. And it's holding something. And I don't remember what it's holding. It's not the rail gun, I don't think. Although it may be. But it was, they attached this, I think, right at the beginning of the Amazon season. So it's season 4. But I'm still putting that in there because I think it's cool looking. And so the other guns are going to go in here, top and bottom. And we'll tailor off the top and bottom of this behind him. So just because I don't have anything else right now, let's do a 2x2 brick. Just put this here. One by one plate. Red. Oh, all right. Too high. There we go. Do that one in light. Give us a little contrast there. Oh, whoops. Didn't put the rail over here. Hello, squirrel. Okay, it's coming together. Let's make sure to color these the right thing. Color these the right thing. What plate are we talking about? Oh. It's red. Why not? All right, that all looks good. It's just chunky enough down here to kind of match that. And since I know this is an internal cockpit thing, there's no, I'm not going to put a cockpit like the 1x1, the cheese wedge smoky trans black bit up here, but I think depending on how this looks, Alright, coming together. Not too bad. Again, these PDCs might get replaced with just binoculars or something smaller. Do binoculars come in black? So they've got these, which I think are expensive. And I don't think they come in dark bluish gray, but 57 cents a piece, so it's not awesome. These do come in black at $1, $1.50. That's not any better. Yeah, so I mean, this is not bad. It's not a bad look so far. I think this needs to be pushed back a little bit. I'll line that up so I know where to attach it later. Center of mass needs to be with everything else, because it has to push the main center of mass, so it has to line up pretty well. Okay. So just because it's probably the most basic thing, we're gonna put this guy up here like this. And I don't necessarily want it shooting at the back of James Holden's head, so let's turn it around. And it does have to clear. I think one more back, maybe. So let's think about this a little bit, because I think I'm going to do another one of these clips. How big is this? And that's a 2x8. Alright, so let's replace that with 2x3. And a 2x4. What's FNV? I don't know what FNV is. I'm also old, so forgive me. What the what? I think these are the torpedo tubes. I'm not sure, because those guns are on top, so I don't know what this area is for, but I think we can maybe do the same thing. And just color it. That would be cool if we could just do that. I think my coloring scheme is a little off. No, that's right. Right? Yeah, it's a little off. And then we'll do Dust sounds familiar, but I don't know what it is. Black on that one. Actually, let's switch those. That's great, thanks, because I didn't just grab all of them. Save. I think after this I actually have to do some yard work, which is going to suck because it's cloudy and gross out. There's some J-hole who's got this truck across the street, and he does that where he just fires it up and revs it like that, and it sounds like something's exploding. Last night it scared the crap out of our dog. We're like, what the heck is that? Wow, so red is actually a cheaper color. For that, I want that to be the same color. Now we are going to have this be attached probably with a Technic. You know what? Aren't those... What are those things called that are like a... Oh, this would work so much better. Yeah, that works a lot better. Beauty. Alright, I don't know what else I was thinking. There's like those shells that are like parts of rocks or gems or something, and I don't know what those are called. But they're clear usually. But I have seen them, they're like kind of geodesic a little bit. I think I have seen them in darker colors, but... Oh, that's coming together. I'm super pleased about this. So, this is going to be held on, I think, by... Although we could do that with a bracket. Good old-fashioned, like, no reason to get squirrely with it. Just to get a Technic bar in there. Just like one of these old school ones. Can I skip this one? That may be a little better. Where's that frame? It's going around that whole thing, so I think there needs to be a square. Ooh, you know what'd be fun is... Nope, 2 by 2 plates. Yeah, what do you know what those are called, Glenn? The dragon eggs? I didn't think those were going to fit. I mean, is it called a dragon egg? Yeah. Oh, that's actually really pretty. It doesn't look like it comes in anything grayish. No. Trans dark purple though. That's pretty. That's good to know for like later shell? No. Dragon. Yeah, these are the dragon eggs, I think. I don't think they come in, at least not in the database in here. Purple, orange, green, blue. Trans dark blue. Glow and dark orange. I mean, that'd be cool for the inside of it. Like if I could have, you know, oh. Aha, I've joined a Discord server. Bricks and pieces, parts available. Fallout New Vegas, gotcha. No, that's cool. I like playing games, but I'm not like I've never played Call of Duty or WoW or Diablo or Fallout anything or any like of the major first-person shooter games, or I mean, I don't know. I play a lot of Star Wars. That's what I play. So if we think of that, let me know what piece that is, because then I can attach. I can see if that works as an engine. Doesn't have to. I mean, I'm rocking and rolling as it is, so we're good. I kind of want something else in there. Greebling wise, like if I can just, I don't want to get greedy. Alright, that's too low. So if we do 2, that's pretty good. I think it may just be slightly too low, but I mean, this is the midline. And it looks like it lines up pretty well, right? That's pretty good. Probably a little more bulk down here, because there's going to be a little more up here too, so that's not bad. And then I just wanted to put like a, I am going to be greedy about this and put a little greebling kind of garbage in here somewhere. It looks like it needs it. I just don't know what yet. Oh, I have a good idea. What is that? 2x3. And this was a. So I could have done another 8 here. And then a 1x1 bracket. It turns the game into a survival horror nightmare. I'll DM you a link to the trailer. Oh, cool. Okay. I was actually talking to Beth about maybe getting into more horror games, because I think she would like those. She likes horror movies, so I thought maybe playing some horror games together would be fun. But I don't know. We'll see. think a different piece would fit in there better. Let's go back to not having this in there and do a 1x1 studs. Align better if it were something else. Nope, doesn't align very well at all. So that's on there pretty well. Maybe I change this to a 3. Don't want it feeling like it's just hanging out there, but. So yeah, we just watched, we've been on a movie watching kick with our friends. Like every weekend we'll remote watch a couple movies with them. They tend to always be horror movies. And I don't know why that is. I can't convince Beth to watch more science fiction movies, but yeah, that lines up better. Oh, and so we just watched The Ring and Ringu last night. Watched Ringu first. And it's funny to watch basically the exact same story, but told from a different cultural perspective. Like what is important for them to talk about and their interactions with each other. Yeah, that's good right there. These dark blue gray ones are so freaking expensive. Oh, you know what I just realized? I don't know what color these come in. They're so old. It says it comes in this color, but it doesn't list a price. I'm guessing it doesn't actually come in that color. I may have to do black and then just... Anyway, it was a fun time to watch some movies. Well, we're nearly done. I'm really enjoying how this is turning out. I've kind of painted myself into a corner with these PDCs because I don't know how to attach the bottom one just yet. I think there are... pieces that have... Yeah. So... I can put a pin in this, I think. But... it's going to be weirdly offset. So I'm going to keep that in mind. I don't know what other inverted... Is this inverted tile? Where I could put something with a pin like that in the middle. Because these don't have them. These boat bottoms. No. So I played Fallout. I did play Fallout. What was the one that came out that was garbage? Like Fallout 64 or Fallout 84 or something like that. And then somebody, or 76, Fallout 76. And somebody said, no, you should just play the first couple Fallouts. Like you were talking about. And I got one and it was pretty good. Like I enjoyed it. I'm not a big first-person shooter fan of games. Like, I played a crapload of it with Quake and Doom and stuff like that when it first came out. And Half-Life. I did a lot of Half-Life. So I'm not opposed to it necessarily. It's not my favorite thing. I like third-person games a lot. Come on, man. Should I do a 2x4 plate there first? So like the Nick Drake, is it Nick Drake series, I think that's too much. Those were fun. Yeah, these... I'm gonna have to really reassess. I think maybe just having, like, if I just did just this, it would probably be enough. You know? And I don't know how to do it on this side. Just something sticking out the side there. I have to figure out a different way to do it. Because it sort of defeats the purpose to have that up there like that, but without it being able to rotate a little more. It cut down on the pieces for sure. It's also smaller. So we'll see. Yeah, the Uncharted series is great. I loved it. It was perfect. It's like right when the pandemic started and I was home a lot and I was like, I need something other than Battlefront to play. So I got that and Death Stranding, which is another kind of third-person meander around. I like third-person meandering around games. Those are kind of my favorite. Those open-world kind of things. I might get No Man's Sky now that it's kind of built back into a better game. I tried downloading an older game, Shadow of the Colossus, but that was like, it's not as much wandering as it is just go to the thing you need to beat it, start over. Then go to the thing you need to beat it, start over. There's nothing like in between. There's no picking up fun stuff along the way or side quests. I need to get more Horizon Zero Dawn type games. I'm about halfway through Detroit Become Human, and that's pretty good. That's a lot of cutscenes though, and it's just kind of like make a choice. Like you're not really doing a whole lot. It's like you get to a point and go make a choice. So it's that kind of game, which they're all right. I like those. So yeah, that's what's going on right now. All right, so I'm not convinced that I don't want the PDCs to be the big PDCs out here, but I don't know how to make them smaller. I think it would be forgivable to have them be out here like this. If I could figure out another way to do. Maybe just like a lightsaber. That's too big. These guys, there's these guys with the pips. Get a black one of those. That would be alright. Make them similar, so I'd have the... That wouldn't be too bad. I think I could be forgiven for that. That would also make it easier for me to figure out how to put something under here. So, Amnesia, a machine for pigs. It's a lot more forgiving than the previous game, and it has an excellent story. I'll check it out. I'll go check it out right now. So yeah, other than a few greebling things, I think we're pretty good on this. So that's the Rocinante, the Rossi. If you haven't checked out the show Expanse that this is based on, I highly recommend it. It is a very, very good show. And it's available on all 5 seasons are on Amazon Prime Video. And you won't be sorry. It's a great show. Can I do something? If you like science fiction. If you don't like science fiction, you're probably going to be out of luck. But it is very, very entertaining. and let me know what you think next time we chat. So good hanging out with you, everybody. Thanks for being here. Thanks for coming by and spending your Sunday with me. Hopefully, this may or may not happen. I haven't got a word back on this, but Tuesday is Texas Independence Day. I don't know what that means, really. I know it's a day. I don't know who we were independence from. I think it was independence from Mexico at one point. I don't have a whole lot of information about the history of it. But one of our lug mates members has invited people to do a stream with her on Tuesday, hopefully Tuesday night. Thanks, Kodiak. So I may be doing something Tuesday night. If so, I'll post something on my Facebook channel about it. You can see, let me just look up her username or her, so you know what to look for. But it's going to be a live stream, just like hanging out, doing stuff together. Let me get her. Okay, her name is Michaela Lee Livingston, and her YouTube channel is Snot OK. SNOT-OK. So like snot building, Snot OK. I thought I was subscribed, but it says I'm not. So hopefully we'll be doing, if she gets it set up, we'll probably be doing a stream, and we'll get it going. So check her out, give her a sub, and Tuesday night we'll see if that goes on. If not, I'll see you guys Thursday, and hopefully I'll have something to build. If not, we'll just do another ship. So thanks for coming by, everybody, and we'll talk to you in a few days. Bye.